What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Culture Junkies Live. I am your host, Kenshiro. To the right of me is the great Dada Kuji. This is GQ wearing a snazzy Freddy Krueger sweater, and that is Simon Says. Welcome back. This week, we're going to be talking about kind of big news about Warner Brothers. We're going to be talking about a bunch of other stuff that might interest you and out there. But I got a really nice icebreaker question. We'll get to that in a second. But first of all, for fellas, we're all of that Generation X age. We grew up with this channel, and it has finally been laid to rest as of last week. Rest in peace to MTV. Do you guys care?
I don't. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm the one that, I did say that I would stay to watch your MTV raps back in the day. But, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it hasn't been MTV since the 80s, so can't really say much about it. But
MTV since the 80s?
Mid-80s. No, it had to be mid-80s, because that's when all the music videos were playing. They play a lot of music videos
back then.
Back
just
then.
all music videos.
Yeah.
But I would have to say the mid-90s, right? Because, hip-hop has always been, well, I won't say always been around, but it didn't really start getting mainstream till the 90s because, it's still relatively new.
Yeah, I mean, in the 80s you had Run DMC, which got, heavy rotation on MTV.
Not until
LL
not
Cool J.
No,
not in the beginning. No,
because they didn't want to play. They didn't want to put black people on there. Even Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Well, Michael Jackson.
They
Michael Jackson.
They didn't even.
They didn't want
to.
Yes, but
they got basically forced to because they don't. But they didn't want to put Michael Jackson on there either. So
no, that all of that is true.
Whatever.
GQ, do you give a damn about MTV?
I mean, it was what it was. MTV gave us The Miz.
That's true.
WWE.
That's true.
MTV also gave us
Dylan.
A little bit of the Dylan thing. So I mean, it's like there's things that came out of it that were good. I don't know. Like I remember seeing the what was that George Michael song where he did a music video where he wasn't in the music video. It was like all like top models and stuff. Forgot the name of the song, but there was some good gems out of MTV. But at the end of the day, once they split it to MTV2, and then they started having reality shows, and then they started having game shows, and all this stuff, it was just like, you forgot about the music, and that's fine. No.
George Michael video was this? I'm just trying to remember. It wasn't Gotta Have Faith, because I know he was in that one.
No, he was in that one.
I mean, he was in the video, but he most of the music videos, people are they're hyping themselves at a party.
Yeah.
He was literally just laying down singing, but it was all of these different models like Naomi Campbell, Tyra, like those types of models lip syncing. I think
I know what you're talking about.
I just don't remember the name of the song.
Oh man, this is gonna kill me. I need to figure that one out. What's up to Marcus? I
think it was called Freedom.
Freedom.
It might be.
Oh,
Freedom.
That might be it. That could be it. Yeah,
that makes sense. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Marcus 864 over on Twitch. What's up to you? Wolverine Solid X. What is up to you? And also, what's up to Uncle Blurred? Good to see you all. Thank you for being here. So guys, icebreaker question for you all.
This includes this chat.
And this does include the chat, whether you're on TikTok, whether you're on YouTube, or you're on Twitch. What is the worst sequel movie you have ever seen? Sequel. Not a prequel, sequel.
Direct to the original.
Yeah. Like literally a follow-up to the original.
Like if that's a stipulation, I can't really think of much off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure they are, but they will go straight to video.
There's a lot.
I mean, there's tons, but I was gonna say RoboCop 3 till you made your stipulation.
I mean, technically that's a sequel too. So I mean, go ahead.
RoboCop 3 is pretty bad, pretty darn bad.
Especially the original theatrical and television version of it. Still see the wires, and he's trying to fly, and
Exactly.
and just bad all around.
He got it.
I'm gonna say Terminator 2.
I'm gonna kick you. Stop that. Stop that.
You're a brave man.
Stop
You're
that.
a brave man.
Some bad sequels out of the Terminator franchise though. Don't get me
sure.
wrong.
Oh sure.
Obviously,
Part 3 was bad.
Well, Terminator 3 was bad.
I don't think Terminator 3 was
fine
bad.
to me. I enjoyed 3
Only
because.
one-
No, go ahead.
Highlander 2, he's right.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was going to say the only one that you could kind of consider bad is one we talked about last week. Is one where they
Genesis.
Yeah, that was the only one I think, because I think all the other Terminator movies were very entertaining, especially the last one with what's his name? Was it Luna Diego? Is that his name?
Diego
Luna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really.
Salvation? You talking about Salvation?
Nah, Salvation was
No,
4.
Not Salvation. It's the one where he was 2 Terminators. One, he was a liquid and he had the metal skeleton and a liquid on top of the metal skeleton. So he could.
So that's Genesis.
No,
Is that Genesis?
I don't think that's Genesis.
Because he could split into 2.
Yeah, that's Salvation then. That's Salvation.
No, Salvation was the one with what's his name? I want to do this as a man.
Sam Washington.
Whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Terminator Salvation was the one with Christian Bale.
Yes.
Playing
Yes.
John Connor.
John Connor in the future.
Genesis was the one where they revealed that John Connor was the villain in the trailer, which pissed everybody off.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, that's Genesis. Yeah.
No. If you're thinking of the one with a Terminator that was a Diego Luna or whoever,
Yeah,
that's the one that had Linda Hamilton come back.
Yeah, she came back.
I don't think that was Genesis. That was
before.
that was Dark Fate or something.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Okay,
that was
Dark
it.
Fate.
I'm getting
Yeah,
all mixed
that
up.
one, I thought he was a dope ass Terminator.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
Cassian Andor is a
Y'all gonna look at me weird.
No, it wasn't Cassian Andor. It's
Y'all-
not Diego Luna.
Y'all
It's
question.
not him.
I'm sorry, you mean reverse.
I'm just trying to. It's the dude that played Robbie Reyes.
Oh, from
that
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Why can't I remember his name?
I don't
Who's
remember
his
his name
So
either.
yeah, so y'all gonna like hate me or look at me with your animosity? But I actually went to go in the theaters to go see. I mean, the first one. I saw the first one. I was a kid, and I was like, okay, maybe let's see this. This came out theaters. I thought it was,
Gabrielle Luna. Sorry.
and I was like, what did I just watch?
No, I mean, Highlander 2: The Quickening wasn't a terrible sequel. It just wasn't
It wasn't.
the first one.
No,
First of
they
all-
they kind of went like if
They went-
if it was like
They went way off. What they
Yeah.
went? 'Cause
Oh, they're
like-
aliens now.
Yeah, no.
Oh, the future and they're flying on these discs or whatever and blah. But the director's cut, I think, did.
Yeah,
a little
and
bit.
then-
Yeah, the director's cut was better for
and,
sure.
and then magically trying to find some way to resurrect Ramirez. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Okay. If we talk about Highlander 3 and 4, 4 is the worst offender.
Yeah.
But 4 has some interesting moments, but 3 with what was Marvin Van Peebles?
Yeah.
yeah.
I only saw that one. Man.
That was just bad.
Yeah. Ralph, I'm gonna say, I hate to hate on it, but Blade Trinity, my God,
that was the worst one you've seen. One of the worst. Well, that was one of the worst ones that you.
one of the worst. But
There are so many. I without question, probably the worst one I have seen is one that has already been mentioned by Marcus A64 by the name of Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Like that was the worst shit I have ever seen. Like someone needed to get fired.
So-
Clearly,
what were they thinking?
I don't know what they were thinking.
That's the second time I wasted my Christmas watching a freaking movie.
Man,
The first one was Street Fighter.
and we saw that shit for free at home, and I was still mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
See, at least Street Fighter like grew on you over time.
Now, yeah.
Initially, yes. Going to see it, it was like, come on, what is this?
Yeah.
And then Mortal Kombat came out and just destroyed it.
Yeah.
So it was like, all right, cool. But
Ooh, speaking of Mortal Kombat,
Annihilation.
Annihilation is probably one of the worst.
What's his name? What's his name? The man that played Shao Kahn?
Oh, Brian Thompson?
Yeah.
Brian Thompson.
Yeah.
American Gladiator looking motherfucker.
I mean, there were
He
There were
was
American
in,
Gladiators in that.
I know.
Yeah, there was two
I
of them.
know.
Two of
He
them.
was Brian
Like-
Thompson was also in the first Terminator movie,
Yeah.
along with Bill Paxton. Was it not
Bill
Bill
Pax-
Paxton?
Yeah, Bill Paxton.
Yeah, it was Bill Paxton.
He was
yeah.
in it. I'm like, dude, he's
Yeah,
for
It was-
a hot
first-
moment.
He was
They were
one of
the
the
first
gang
kills.
members.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, okay.
They were.
Okay.
They were
Nice
done and
night
dusted.
for a walk, huh?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Wolverine Solid X says Joker Folie à Deux was the worst.
Joker
sequel
2,
we've seen.
Joker 2 was bad, and we know it was bad because, like we've all mentioned before, the director made it bad. But it's
That on purpose.
that was hard to sit through, man.
No shout outs for Superman 4. Quest for Peace.
Superman. See, here's the thing.
Liked it as a kid.
Exactly, Superman 4 was fun. As you get older, you realize how stupid it was, and just
Yeah,
how
you just, like,
some of the
realize-
ridiculous- But at the time,
Yeah.
Dude, comic book movie. It was cool. Nuclear Man was my dude.
Yeah. Superman wall building vision.
Yeah, that's and then he has scenes with lava flowing through the streets, and he's sitting there. It's like, bro,
blowing it out.
Like I don't care about him blowing it out. Them people are dead.
Yeah,
like you can't be that close to lava and survive. You're done.
Shit is hot, like super
Not
hot.
even hot. The
sulfur.
the sulfur and the gases will kill you before the heat will.
And they're just literally just sitting there, just like
huddled up against the doorstep.
Well, hold on. And the fact that old girl got taken to the upper atmosphere. She's still alive.
Yeah,
she's still
Lacey.
alive.
Yes, taken to outer space.
Yeah. And she's still alive. It's like,
and again, we know you're supposed to suspend your disbelief. However,
even as a child, that one was hard to swallow. That one was kind of hard to swallow. All right, so we got big news, I guess, outside of in the movie entertainment world. 3 years, just 3 years after after the merger was completed with Discovery, Warner Brothers is being spun off and sold
again.
Yes. Well, it's not again because the first time it was merged.
Okay.
This time it's being sold. Like literally, Discovery is just saying we're going to sell off Warner Brothers, the studio, and everything that goes with it.
Disney should buy it.
So that is the question.
Ooh,
Who would you want to buy
Disney.
it? Because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of suitors that are out there. Namely, Paramount has already been rejected twice.
Damn.
Like Paramount sent in a bid, they rejected it. They sent in another bid, I guess today, they rejected that one too.
Damn.
Hold on. Who's Paramount's parent company?
Skydance now.
Skydance with the merger, and I guess the guy that did Oracle owns it.
Yeah.
And there's some people that are kind of pissy because his ties to the current guy in the White House right now.
Yeah.
They don't want him to get it. There's other people saying that Netflix may get it. And I don't know how I feel about Netflix getting
Wolverine
it.
Just brought that up. Netflix.
But what you brought up about Disney does bring up an interesting angle because if Disney did buy it,
versus DC,
Marvel versus DC.
Yeah.
Will it be all of it though? Will it be just the movies, or is it going to be the comics? Is it going to be all of it?
Well, see,
Warner's they own DC,
right? But see, technically, Discovery could choose to sell just Warner Brothers, the movie studio. And not sell DC, which honestly I don't know. You automatically think that they both come together.
That is true,
but they don't necessarily have to. So,
but then I definitely would have put that in the deal. Then if that's on the table, if you're trying to sell something and you're going to keep part of what the organization wants, then you might as well just like, hey, okay, this buyout is cool, but we want the whole pot, not just half.
Right.
We want all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I would think that whoever decides to buy it be like, hey, I want Warner Brothers, but I also want DC and everything else with it. Because did they I don't think is the games department still Warner Brothers.
I think they were talking about shuttering that, but I don't know if that means anything because don't they own NetherRealm too, right? I think.
Yeah,
right?
They own NetherRealm.
So they own NetherRealm. They have a lot of IPs.
Yeah.
All the DC, Mortal Kombat, the Matrix stuff.
Yeah. Harry Potter.
Go ahead.
You can see Disney buying it just for get their hands on Harry Potter, man.
Exactly.
If you imagine they merged that into like their theme parks. I mean, I know they already got it at Universal.
Mm-hmm.
Who the heck owns Universal?
Yeah, how Comcast owns Universal.
How would that work? Because
Yeah.
they get Harry Potter, then it's like, okay, we get money off of every theme park convention. Like that would just be sick, man.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I don't see that happening. I think it'd be funny if Disney buying it. I don't see that happening. I think actually no, we had a different type of government where it's going to be a freaking monopoly and everybody's going to be Taco Bell's about to buy everybody anyway, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to become president. They're going to change his stuff.
A couple years out.
So I think Disney could. I mean, they could. I don't see it happening though.
I mean, they could in the sense of just for the IPs. It's not like, for example, obviously they just recently got Fox, which who thought that was going to happen, but then they just did.
Simpsons did it.
So Simpsons probably predicted all of this, but they, from an IP standpoint, like you said, you got your Harry Potter. Matrix to me isn't really worth it at this point because that fourth movie just kind of tarnished the reputation.
That is also a bad sequel as well. You really think about it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's true.
I don't know. I think if they get DC, then there's a lot of possibility. The other issue is if they get DC,
they got to deal with James Gunn.
No, James Gunn is fine. 'Cause James Gunn, if you really look back at his career, he's done very good stuff. Like he's had more hits than misses in his career as far as movies go, and even his writing. But you're in the middle of this Avengers Doomsday Secret Wars plan. DC is in the middle of rebooting everything. It's like we all want a Marvel versus DC crossover. That'd be awesome. That's something that we probably wouldn't see until we're like in our damn near 70s. No, I'm just being real. Just on
the way things
reset,
are going,
on a reset feeling. So it'd be cool, but I mean,
here's a couple other suitors that could possibly get it if they really chose. Besides Netflix, Amazon.
I was thinking about them too.
Comcast, Apple.
Hell no.
That'd be interesting if Apple.
That would be interesting, but I don't.
I wouldn't mind it, but because look, I'm gonna tell you something. Yes, I'm gonna give you a little knowledge here. Apple got some of the greatest TV shows that nobody's watching at all, and that, when I say nobody, that is just a figure. There are people out there watching it. For all those people who have to be exact, but majority of people are not watching. If you were gonna talk about majority of people watching stuff, Netflix would be number one.
Yep.
Apple will be down here.
Yeah.
But the shows that I've watched on Apple TV are great. The problem is they don't really advertise them. They don't market them. They don't do anything to let people know how good these shows are. And that's a travesty, because if they were to get it, I don't think they would put the resources. Well, that's not true. They'll put the money into it, but they're not going to put the resources in for people to know about
like the
it.
marketing.
Yeah, because
as ubiquitous as Apple is very weird when it comes to marketing. Like they just it exists. Go to our store and get it, or go to our website. It's like they don't tell you much beyond the newest iPhone is coming out. That's literally all you hear about Apple stuff. Like
the newest iPad.
Yeah, or the newest iPad. It was all, like I said, their Apple TV stuff. Some of the stuff that you've showed me, I'm just like, wow, it's actually really good.
Yeah, they don't advertise anything.
Yeah, I don't hear about it at all. It's just crazy.
Well, if Apple did buy Warner Brothers also comes packaged with HBO. So think about Apple and HBO. I mean, Apple TV, say what you want about it. Is it as strong of a brand as HBO? No, it's not.
Maybe they'll move all that stuff to HBO.
Exactly.
And give it a new name again.
Oh shit! Yeah. Well, it'd be like what, HBO Max, Apple Plus, or some shit like that.
Something like that. HBO Max Plus.
Oh, you gotta also think about this too. They will ask. I believe AEW will be part of that too.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, because again, Warner Discovery owns part of AEW.
Yeah.
So you got to think about
wild,
that.
Man.
You got to think about that too.
Yeah. So again, the pros for Apple buying it are actually pretty solid if they chose to do it, because then Apple would also get their hands on.
Who's this man
stuff.
right here? Tubi? You gotta be kidding me.
Marcus A64 saying Tubi's gonna buy. I mean, obviously he's joking. Tubi buying.
I don't know. Tubi's got money, which is
somebody owns Tubi though. I don't think Tubi is themselves.
No, more than likely. But I'm just saying, because Tubi pays people for the movies that are on Tubi. So
yeah, they do.
Tubi has money, or they're backed by somebody with money.
Speaking of Tubi, y'all seen that comedy reel that people been reacting to? The stuff that
Fox owns Tubi.
Yeah.
So it means
wait a minute. So Disney owns Tubi.
Yeah, according to what this says, it says.
And they put out them horrible movies.
Hey. It'd be funny.
But this is weird because it says Fox owns Tubi, and this is just the AI search. But then it says Tubi owned by Disney. No, Tubi's not owned by Disney. It's owned by Fox Corporation.
Fox Corporation is separate from 20th Century Fox.
Okay.
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, so Wolverine Solidix backed up what we said about Fox owning Tubi. It also said Universal could potentially get Warner Brothers as
well. Universal would be Comcast, sir. So, but then, okay, now you're talking about will they trigger antitrust laws by having Comcast owning two movie studios? That probably might be an issue. That might
they don't care
in
anymore.
normal times that would be an issue.
In today's times, it don't matter. You do whatever you want.
No, it's not.
You know what? That's true though, because Disney owns Fox and they own
Disney over time has owned
Lucasfilm. Right.
Disney's had multiple studios under their umbrella. That just didn't always let
we didn't notice
Disney
it.
own them.
That's totally true. So yeah, Comcast could buy Universal Comcast could buy Warner Brothers and probably not blink an eye. I guess the other thing too is about it's only 3 years after Discovery merged with with Warner Brothers, and in that time, like there's just been nothing but chaos, and it's almost like, what was the whole point of them merging with Warner Brothers in the first place?
They're not doing this stuff to make a good product. They're doing it to line their pockets because they're poor. They don't have enough money, and so they need a little bit more because that Bugatti, the new one, the one that they just bought last month, it's gotten a little bit a speck of dust on it, so it's old now. They need a new one.
Well, it's not necessarily last month. It's like by the time it needs an oil change.
2 days ago.
By the time it needs an oil change,
it's devalued.
Let's go ahead and get a different one.
Oil change after like 94 miles or something like that.
Probably.
So it's like I gotta get a new one. And then my house, I took a poop in the house and somebody didn't flush the toilet, so I had to buy a new house.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I just
want
to
good products.
Discovery being is. Here's the crazy thing about Discovery being as big as it was, because when we grew up, Discovery Channel, that's all we that
right. Yeah, exactly.
Discovery Channel was the only thing I could think of. Mm-hmm. It was always safaris, somebody sitting out there with a camera, filming lions and leopards and whatnot. And it's like, how
Crocodile
the hell
Hunter.
did y'all crocodile? It's like, how did y'all get that much money? I want to know who's behind Discovery, where they bought or merged with Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. And then now they're selling it off. It's like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it is absolutely crazy, because it's like, since they merged, they talked about how it's just been bleeding money since, right? The name changes with Max, and turning it from HBO Max to Max, and then the subscribers base wasn't being big enough, and they were losing money left and right. They're not making money in the movies with when COVID hit and all this. And it's just everything about it's just been strange.
It is strange.
It's just like you're making all this money and you merge. And then where all this debt come from?
Well, that's the whole thing. Again, rich people look at debt differently than everybody else looks at debt, because from my understanding, all rich people are in debt. They don't actually own anything. The money that they have is borrowed from banks, because the banks will give it to them left and right, because they're, their collateral or whatever is their stocks and the shit that they own. So debt is just looked differently between people who have money and people who don't have money. So that's why they're doing this stuff, because they don't. It's making them money. But my big question is, if they were to sell, and not like they're going to do it, but the things that was made, like that Batgirl movie that was put in the vault because it was a tax write-off, well, can that come out of the vault now?
It depends. It possibly could. No, it could, because here's why. That was a tax write-off for Warner Discovery. If all of a sudden now it's Warner or Disney/Warner, Disney's like, oh, pull that out and show everybody this, because it's not that particular company could never release that because they wrote it off as a loss and whatever. A new company that buys it and goes through the vault, this is an asset for us. We can put this out if we want to.
I'm going to circle back to something that Wolverine Solidax said a little bit earlier. He said if Netflix get it, Gunn is going to be out and Zack Snyder is going to be coming back for good this time. First of all,
I don't think that's happening, but
I don't think that'll ever happen, because Rebel Moon was a train wreck. For
I didn't think it was a train wreck. People didn't watch it.
They didn't watch it.
Because, again, is my theory about sci-fi movies. I watched it. I didn't think it was bad. It was just like futuristic Seven Samurai.
Yo, man, it was at home.
It was
even with that massive subscriber base Netflix had, people still didn't watch.
It's science fiction. How many times I gotta keep telling you?
But again, if you're gonna shell out, they gave Zack Snyder a blank check. They said, "Do whatever you want."
They did,
and people didn't watch it, so there's no return.
I think the T-shirt it says because it's science fiction. It's because anything that's a new story, people they're not gonna give it a chance. They're gonna freaking scrutinize it and poo-poo it because they're gonna freaking try.
You are right.
Yeah, most of the big franchises are the only things that freaking do anything, and that's basically it. So
thank you, SORR24. I appreciate that. You're right partially on that. I think Rebel Moon also suffered from the everybody was complaining about the girl boss movies at that time when that movie came out. Because that was around the
girl
time.
boss movie in it?
No, the whole idea of a female-led anything was a problem for a lot of people.
Wolverine Solid X rebuts says, but Peacemaker didn't even break the top 10 Nielsen ratings with this season. They want Snyder to come back. Who's saying that?
He's saying
like who's saying that?
No. The Nielsen ratings thing is a fallacy because Nielsen ratings are good for broadcast television when people have to go to TV at a particular time to see a particular thing. Now that we're in the completely on-demand age of television, Nielsen ratings are basically not a good rating anymore, unless they are tied into how many people are watching a particular thing, which a lot of these companies don't have to actually give that information out.
I just want to know I want to know who is this quote unquote they that is saying they want Snyder back. Who is they? Who is they?
I mean, I have no freaking idea.
Who is them?
Who is they?
I think a lot of people are just like on Snyder's balls all of a sudden because he didn't finish his work at DC or whatever, and I don't know. I would have liked to see a Batman with Ben Affleck. It didn't happen. I moved on because I enjoyed the Robert Pattinson Batman. To me, again, he was in my opinion, a goddamn good Batman because Detective Batman, he showed the fear because like, what are you? That was kind of comedic, but it was a little fearful. But this Batman, you just heard him walking in the freaking shadows, and people just stopped and kind of started pissing themselves. And that Batmobile starting up. If you were in the theater when that was happening, I'm like, my goodness. Yeah. So,
and again, Wolverine Solid X, like, yes, they do have streaming ratings.
Yeah.
The streamers don't care. They literally don't care. They're going to make what they want to make. Like, the ratings have no bearing on what they choose to create. All that matters to them is they're getting a decent return on investment with subscribers and stuff like that. Usually the top 5 streamer shows are going to be shows like Bridgerton, chick flick stuff or movies and things like that. Genre content isn't going to rate. I don't even think The Mandalorian was in the top 5 of anything. And people love that. Andor. Was Andor in the top of the ratings?
A lot of times, from my understanding, I know Netflix does not put out the numbers of what people watches. Right. So I don't know if everybody else does or does not. But when it came to like Peacemaker, I didn't watch it at 9 o'clock on Thursday.
Right.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, crap, Peacemaker's out. It's 10 o'clock. I watch it then. Or it's Friday. Like, I'm going to bed now. I'm going to watch it Friday. Right. Or I'll save 2 episodes and watch them back to back.
Exactly. So,
I mean, I don't know. I can't speak.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with, like you said, Andor and Mandalorian. People are like, hey, maybe I want to watch maybe one episode or binge watch the whole thing. You can't really predict that.
Exactly.
Because you would think like most people, you got the diehard stuff, but like, I can't wait for the next episode. And then wait for the next episode, they'll jump in. For like me, I'll just wait for the whole thing to finish and then binge watch the whole thing in one city. I don't know. It's just me. It's just,
Yeah, everybody does it differently.
Everybody wants to have metrics to, I guess, to use as confirmation bias. For and against. For and against, right? It was used to against the Acolyte. It was used for like Stranger Things and things like that. We get that, but there is no really clearly defined metric, especially when the streamers themselves love to fudge the numbers to put out PR puff pieces to make themselves look good. So there's nothing you can really count on. So this whole they want Snyder back, like, again, who is they? Like, I don't get that. Like, that seemed like just something coming out of thin air. I don't get that. You said Wolverine Solid says, but the companies need your series to get at least 1 million. If it doesn't, it's most likely you're not going to get a season 2. Netflix doesn't review a lot of things.
No,
Netflix will cancel things that people were
everybody
love.
Jupiter Circle. I love that show.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. And it was like well,
nope. I'm waiting for the second season because
it's not happening.
It gets real after that. When it gets real.
Exactly. It's like, so again, this, Wolverine Solid X, this is no knock on you or anything like that, but we've seen this time and time again over the years that people want to have these, these arbitrary benchmarks that the streamers themselves don't even really follow or keep. Like it's all kind of a whimsical thing. Like you know, it's almost like a vibe check. Like if I'm vibing with the show, I'll renew it. If I'm not vibing with the show, I'll cancel it. Oh, my streamers really liked it. Too bad. I'm just gonna cancel it.
Sometimes
anyway.
that
You know, it happens.
I will be about for sense. I mean, the show's good, but they didn't give it crap.
I didn't think it was bad, dude. And I'm gonna tell you something. Being the old school Cowboy Bebop head that talked my ass off about it to the point where I believe people were annoyed with me back when I was in my early 20s, my late teens.
Yeah, some people wanted to
Yeah, same thing with the Dreamcast. But
I don't care.
Talk about that stuff now today, and you'd be like, oh my gosh, Dreamcast is a great system, blah, 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 blah. Regardless of what happened in the past, Cowboy Bebop was not that bad. There is two things that I didn't like. I didn't like how Vicious looked. I think he looked goofy. And then when Ed showed up, I think she just felt
off.
Yeah. But other than that, I think they should have got a younger person to play Spike, because John Cho is
he was all right, man.
He wasn't bad, but he did get injured on the set.
He was too old.
You don't care.
Because of the oldness. I think, and the reason why I say
too old for the training.
When they get somebody
he was
younger,
too old for the training.
Had they do a season 2 or 3 and 4 moving forward, that's why sometimes when I say somebody is not because they're not good and not fit for the role, he was good and fit for the role. I was just looking future-proof. When you try to future-proof stuff, you don't want somebody that's going to be, well, I don't want to do this anymore because I'm getting old.
Absolutely.
Guys, can I pivot off of something that Wolverine Solid X is saying, and this is kind of relevant to what we live in today. It says its factors also involved like social media. If people not talking about it or reviewing it, then most likely it's not going to get another season. He's right, but at the same time, we are in the midst of, we're in the era of culture wars where you got, you know, grifters that base their entire profiles off of fomenting arbitrary hate. We saw the hate campaign against like the Acolyte, which by all intents and purposes was a pretty decent show.
That was a good show.
But a lot of people just were so frothing at the mouth hating on it because of drummed up, you know, manufactured hate that it would never get a fair chance. Anything that was quote unquote woke would automatically get destroyed by these people and never get a fair chance. So I think a lot of streamers do pay less attention to social media currency because of that stuff. And again, I'm not saying that he's wrong in saying that, but what do you guys think?
Personally, with that one, I don't know if it's necessarily always social media that drives that, because there's a lot of shows out there that, for me, discovering them, it's like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. Come to find out, the show's got 2 or 3 seasons already, and I didn't hear nothing about it, no buzz, no whatever. There's times when stuff just exists, and like, look, they're like, we believe in this particular show. We want to put this out. It's got this particular contained story. We're going to tell that whole story. So sometimes that stuff happens. You have other instances like Ted Lasso, for example. Everybody was talking about that at one point in time, and it's actually a great show.
And it wins awards.
Yeah, and it wins awards and all of that sort of thing. So it works both ways on Netflix and Hulu and all of them, because they're so vast that it's like there's going to be plenty of stuff that flies under the radar, but the next thing you know, it's like, yeah, this has got 4 seasons. Like, what?
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
A perfect example of what you're talking about is FX's Shogun. Shogun was intended to be just 1 season. A standalone, self-contained story with a definitive beginning and a definitive end. It did so well on FX and on streaming and in the awards. They were like, no, we got to find a way to bring this back. It's expensive as fuck to shoot. We don't care. It's doing really well. Let's keep putting it out. On Netflix, Zack Snyder, blank check. They spent a whole bunch of money on Rebel Moon, parts 1 and 2. Didn't do well. Sorry, Zach, you're not getting another blank check. It is what it is. There's no.
This is like the 3rd one too, because remember, what is it, that zombie of
Army of
the
Dead. That's right. The one
Army
with
of the Dead, Batista.
With Batista, yeah.
That was his first one that he did. His first movie that he actually did on Netflix.
I remember.
And then I'll be honest with you, that was actually cool, and I thought they were going to do something else with that. They never did. Then, like you said, they gave him a blank check because of how, I don't know how well that movie was received. Because, like, again, I like zombie movies. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
But when they did that movie, and like you said, they gave him a blank check, he did Rebel Moon, and he broke it up into 2 parts. Actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's like an extended version of both 1 and 2 on Netflix right now. So I haven't got a chance to watch that, so I might get a chance to when I get a chance, I'll watch that and see what else that was added into it. But yeah, I think I don't know. It's just I can't really say it's like his mystique about it or whatnot. But I mean, it is what it is. It's like he does his thing. I mean, we've all seen some of his movies and everything else, but you know, it's how he does it. His movies are kind of like kind of dark and brooding and all that.
Yeah, that's kind of his
And
style.
a whole bunch of slow mo.
Yeah, let's
So,
double
yeah.
check the TikTok chat and make sure that's properly. Sure. Yeah, I mean that Zack Snyder is, and it's obvious that Netflix was obviously going for let's bring in a name, you know, a big name director or whatever to do some projects with us for the buzz that brings of like, you know, you're getting a Zack Snyder to come in and do exclusive movies for Netflix. Very much like when they did some of that early stuff, like with Red Notice with Ryan Reynolds, The Rock, and Gal Gadot, where it was like, oh, we're gonna have this big exclusive movie with you know these big names at the time, and obviously they're still big names, but you know, so it's just something like that. Most of she's she doesn't have their pedigree of films behind her like those two did.
I don't know none of her films besides the Fast and the Furious movie she was in and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I don't know any of them. And now I guess Red Notice, which one day I guess I want to watch.
All right, so I'm hearing that YouTube's having issues.
Having issues?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe this rain is bringing about some craziness.
It could be. It very well could be. Sorry if you're having some technical difficulties, but we're gonna keep the show going on and going strong.
The recording will be available.
Yes, it will. Any other thoughts on Warner Bros? Who would you ideally want not to get it? At like, if there was anyone that you would absolutely say no, don't let them get it.
Sony.
Explain that to me.
I thought
like,
Sony
what
was
do you
supposed to be
mean?
getting
Like, you don't
sold
want
anyway.
Sony to get it? What?
Spider-Verse, come on, man.
Okay, yeah.
Not wrong.
I mean, would you want somebody to create another Craven movie in that vein of DC? I mean, another Madam Web for DC.
Right.
DC. Ooh.
The Enchantress. Here you go. We get an Enchantress movie in the vein of Madam Web, and if that happens, I'm gonna look at you.
You won't look at me.
I'm gonna look at me and Sean. Me and Mega Sean.
Look at me.
Me and Mega Sean will be like, Ken, you willed this.
It's my fault, huh?
Yeah, you willed this.
Oh.
Honestly,
I'm messing with you, man.
Honestly, Sony, I don't think is in a position to buy it.
Oh yeah.
Sony back in maybe 25 years ago would have been a potential threat, but like the only thing they really have now is PlayStation.
Yeah, and the Spider-Man license. That's the only thing that's kind of like keeping. Nobody talks about Sony TVs anymore. Everybody wanted a Sony TV back in. Sony was making great lenses for cameras and cameras. Before like the smartphones was coming out. Yeah, Walkman, Discman, whatever. Sony was on top of the world.
Yep.
And I don't know what happened, tell you the truth.
They had that laptop line come out, and then all of a sudden,
The Vio,
once the Vio came out, and it was
hell
like,
yeah.
all of a sudden everything just started wanting to slow downturn.
You know what messed up? I actually wanted one of them damn laptops. I'm kind of glad I didn't get one.
Yeah. Uncle Blair says he wants a Deathlock movie.
Was that one character that was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah.
This isn't a ending. This is an origin story. I'll give them props for at least trying to do what they did with that. Because Deathlock for me was always just a character, like he was one of the X-Men toys that I ended up picking up. Didn't know nothing about him. I was like, okay, I'm just going down the entire list of toys. I'm buying all of them. And Deathlock was on the line. So it was just like, okay, I guess I got to get him too.
Now see, a hardware movie would be pretty sweet.
That was hardware.
But there would be way too many people that would be saying, oh, well, he's just a knockoff Iron Man.
Oh.
So many people would be doing that.
Yeah.
They would. They absolutely would.
Again, and if Disney gets them, so what? They own Iron Man and they own that. So it's like,
I guess.
You have to remember, the knockoff thing is always going to be something. You got people saying that the Fantastic Four is a knockoff of the Incredibles. When we all know the Incredibles, a lot of the newer streamers that are seeing it that didn't grow up with the stuff that we grew up with think Incredibles came first.
Yeah.
And in Fantastic Four, they think that is the quote-unquote copy.
Which is wild, because Brad Bird said exactly like The Incredibles is what he would want a Fantastic Four movie to be. Like,
Yeah.
I said that years ago. Like, Incredibles is Fantastic Four.
And I'm pretty sure everyone, when they saw the Century, was like, "Who's this broke ass Superman?"
Yeah,
exactly.
Superman that needs a Prozac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's those arguments are always going to come. At the end of the day, the creators don't really care. They're just like, look, you're talking about it. That's all that matters.
Right.
If it makes you money, then who cares?
1,000%.
Yep. What it always comes down to.
So anything well, we can put that one to bed and actually move on to something else if you guys got something else. Anything going on in the gaming world or wrestling world?
Gaming world. Well, Ninja Gaiden 4 just came out. I haven't bought it yet because.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, you guys know already. All the people who have been there with me know I don't buy the games right away because I'm either looking for a good deal or waiting for it to get cheap because I'm probably not going to play it right away, and I'm not paying $70 for something to collect dust when I can pay $30 for something to collect dust.
Or wait for that whole collection edition for that $30 too.
That's probably going to end up happening too with the but that just recently dropped not too long ago, if I remember correctly, and then not a lot of people care. I guess I shouldn't use that word. Not a lot of people care, but the new Double Dragon game apparently just dropped. Revive. I think it looks like it's going to be fun. Beat 'em up games are kind of not hard to do, but they can be boring depending on what gets put into it. So, but again, that's something I'll get when it's not full price.
I saw some questionable videos out there of some people playing it right now, and it wasn't looking very good. It's like somebody was playing the boss, and they like picked up the knife, kept throwing the knife, and the boss kept getting knocked back, and they were just literally just throwing the knife.
That happens in some. I have literally seen beat 'em ups where you could do stuff like that because they didn't make it arcade hard. Now, if you go back to like say the Simpsons or Turtles, that the bosses had a lot of invincibility frames where like you knock them down and you can't do anything because they were making it hard on purpose to take your money. And they're not really doing too much of that anymore, which is, not bad. They'll make it hard in a different way, but I haven't struggled in a beat 'em up game like since anything in an arcade. So if that's an issue, it's just like for me, I just say stop playing beat 'em up games because like all of them are gonna have that kind of thing where you can find a pattern. I found people playing Streets of Rage 4 and juggling the living shit out of bosses because there's a juggling mechanic in it where you can bounce them off the walls, hit them with supers, and do stuff over and over again. And for most people, that wouldn't look like it's fun, but some other people doing like 100-hit combos on a boss is fun. So I don't know.
To Uncle Blair's question, there's a couple of bosses you get stun lock in Turtles, especially with Donatello because of his range. But Turtles in Time or Turtles 2, the arcade game, had a lot of stun lock for the bosses because if you would just hit once, wait half a second, hit again, their invincibility frame would basically be over after you hear the little sound effect that was confirming a hit. And with Cody in Final Fight, you had the infinite that you could do punch, turn away, punch. Yeah. So there was beat 'em ups always had glitches and little stuff that you could exploit.
And again, especially in arcades, some of that shit was fun.
Yeah.
Hell, like I can beat Final Fight on just a quarter and then just do the exploit.
And that's why when somebody says like with the whole knife thing, that doesn't. I personally would have to play it because again, the bar for me as the worst Double Dragon game is the remake Double Dragon 2 that came out on. Was that the 6th or 7th generation, which is Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3? That one was terrible.
Yeah.
And then after that is Double Dragon 3, like on, I think that was the Sega Genesis. Double Dragon 3 on Sega Genesis or the arcade where you had to like buy your health and like.
Yeah, I remember that.
Buy?
Yeah.
Health?
You had to put more quarters in.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was,
wow.
Yeah, it was like, you got, But and I ended up beating that one on Genesis, but that one was pretty darn bad. So just based off the gameplay that I saw, it seems like a normal beat 'em up. I have seen, can't think of the one that is bad recently that I played, but it doesn't even seem like that one comes even close.
The one thing I did notice, or at least didn't see on the review that we watched, is that game 2-player simultaneous? Because I did not see anybody. Everybody that was playing it was was playing single player.
Yeah, I saw so too.
If it's not, then that will probably be an issue.
Oh, that'd be a huge issue. Like that's the whole name of the game is
Double Dragon.
Yeah. So if you can't play 2-player, then there's definitely something wrong.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of people that do reviews and they're not playing with other people and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, of course not.
They're just doing it by themselves.
You brought up Ninja Gaiden, and it actually reminded me of the other thing that I did kind of want to talk about today. Legendary game developer, designer, Tomonobu Itagaki passed away earlier. I think it was either this week or it was last week. Itagaki passed away, and the guy is synonymous with Team Ninja. Resurrected the Ninja Gaiden franchise, made what a lot of people say is probably the greatest action game ever made in the original Ninja Gaiden. It was the hardest. Infamously, when people were complaining about the game being too hard, he made the shit harder because he was like, I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
it's like rise to the challenge, and overcome. And of course, he made one of GQ's favorite franchises, Dead or Alive, and Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. What is the DLC account price tag again?
For 5?
Yeah.
Dead or Alive 5 had at least $1,500.
$1,500 DLC. Yeah,
and it obviously all optional, but like that, just the idea of that was crazy.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that, it irritates me because you can't buy a disc with all that on one
disc. Of course.
You can just open it all up by playing.
Well, they released Dead or Alive 5 3 times.
Yeah.
Had the nerve to call one of them last round, and then the one that came after was like, really? Like, you're going to come out with a whole nother one again? Like, y'all suck.
Yeah. But no, man, it's just, rest in peace to a legendary guy. Thank you for everything that he presented to the gaming world. But I did want to kind of highlight that how, you got your Itagaki, you got your Yoshinori Onos, you got your Shigeru Miyamoto's, Cliff Blazinski over here, Neil Druckmann over here. We don't really have the big time game designers that you just know based off of their name anymore. Is that just because, and Dido, you could take this one for sure. Is that just because of the somewhat homogenous nature of AAA games now? It
has to be, because you guys don't know of Edmund McMullen, but I know of Edmund McMullen because he's the dude that did The Binding of Isaac, and he is still relevant because he's coming out with a new game called Mugenics, which doesn't appeal to me because it's like a strategic style game, which is not one of my fortes that I want to play. But the rest of the community that plays like indie games and know about that stuff definitely knows about that guy. But yeah, I would have to say is the big businesses in AAA games. There's nobody like, who the heck is in charge of Grand Theft Auto? Who is like the brain child or whatever term people have? Grand Theft Auto 1, 2, 3, 4, the top down. No, we don't know. We just know Rockstar did. And before Rockstar, they would call it Take Two or DMC, if I remember correctly. DMC Interactive, I think they were called. But we don't know who the heck was that person. There's tons of games out there that you just don't know who's going on. So because most people, in my honest opinion, only care about 5 franchises, and you can probably name all 5 of them. They don't look at individual people. You do have to go to the independent scene for that.
Take that challenge. GTA, 2K, Madden,
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Resident Evil.
No, I wouldn't say Resident Evil is part of that, but
you don't think so?
No, definitely not Halo.
I don't think
Fortnite.
Fortnite. So there's more than 5, but like the franchise. I'm talking about like the franchises that like people buy yearly that just
of course,
stuff like that, or what have you.
Yeah,
but no, I mean Resident Evil had what's his name? Oh my god, Shinji
Mikami.
Yeah, Shinji Mikami. I think he had a lot to do with that one. But I don't think he works on it anymore. I don't even think he's with Capcom anymore.
I think he came back. I think he came back, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn, that makes me think of other old school.
Yeah, Yuji Naka is in jail.
Wow. Yeah, what's he in jail for?
If I remember correctly, it was like some kind of fraud.
Something like that.
Yeah,
you got to remember though. Realistically, even back when we were all coming up with the Nintendo, a lot of those game companies did not let any of their developers and workers get any actual shine. Like if you look at the original Castlevania, all fake names for the ending. Like nobody was allowed to put their real name in there. I think some of the other Nintendo games, like Shigeru Miyamoto coming up and us finding out about him, was just kind of like one of those things of like, he's just too damn big for them to hide.
Yeah.
So he was that guy. You had obviously Yu Suzuki, who was a Virtua Fighter and
Virtua Fighter and Sonic.
Virtua Fighter and
No,
Sonic.
not Sonic.
I'm sorry,
Yu
not
Suzuki
Sonic.
is just Virtua
Fighter.
But he was with
was Yuji Naka.
Yuji Naka is Sonic.
Is Sonic okay?
But
he
Yu
was Sonic,
Suzuki
okay.
Don't
worked
forget
with
about Inafune.
AM2, huh?
Inafune for Mega Man.
Yeah, but they all end up leaving.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Cause they were.
I think it literally was probably at the time like they didn't want their people getting poached from by other companies.
Yeah,
which is probably was a true worry.
Yeah,
but when you look at it now, and I think to Dido's point, the companies now are just big and they're just teams. You hear about teams more than you hear about individual
teams and studios,
developers, right? and you know. And it's like you don't have any real quote unquote rock stars of developing like we used to. In the fighting game world, you have Harada, who's over Tekken. You hear about him all the time because he's infamous for don't ask me for anything. I'm gonna make Tekken the way I make it. Y'all gonna like it. That's he's almost very Itagaki.
That's why they got guns in it.
Yeah, he's almost very Itagaki like in that. Then for a while with Street Fighter, you had Ono. That was it. Like those are the only personalities that you were really hearing about. And then they were, you know. You don't really hear about it anymore.
I miss that aspect of gaming because, you know, when you knew the name of the guy behind the game, like Kojima, right? You know, when you knew the name behind the game, you had an expectation. Like, this game is going to be fire because this person is behind it, right?
Yeah, like, like Sefton Hill, Rocksteady for the Arkham.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Tekken 7, best fighting game of all time.
Definitely one of them.
It's definitely one of them. It's up there.
3D.
It's definitely up there.
3D.
No, I think it's up. Yeah, I think it's up there in general. Yeah, just in general, I think it's up there.
Yeah, I would like to do a shout out to Wolverine Solid X. Yeah, Mercedes Moné, she broke the record.
Oh, she got 12 titles.
Yep. Ultimo Dragon had 11. I think it was 11. So she won her 12th title. So yeah, that's kind of she was trying to do that. I was like,
wait, a record for what?
Titles.
What kind of title?
She won 12 belts now.
Oh, she holds 12 belts.
Yep.
At the same time?
That's stupid.
I didn't know you could do that.
You
in
can.
wrestling.
I think you do that.
Yeah, you go different.
So across different promotions?
Yep.
She's a champion of all of them.
That's
wow.
How? Like
really
how?
That's really cheesy.
She went to Japan.
Okay.
Mexico. Couple belts from here. Ring of Honor.
I hear that, but how do they allow that?
Well,
it's booking.
Nobody's under contract. Come on.
It's scripted.
Okay, I get it, but come on, man.
And to me, that's cheesy.
It is.
It's all get out. It's like she's a good wrestler, but she's not that good, in my opinion.
No.
Not like that.
Speaking of that good, shout out to the Dudley Boys retiring against the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, that
was cool.
That was
pretty cool.
That was a good match.
I mean, no, I just thought it was pretty cool that they retired with the Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
You know, hearkening back to their table, ladders, and chairs match.
Of course.
Which was absolutely legendary.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so just shout out to them for, you know, retiring.
Seth Rollins is going to be out. I think he hurt his shoulder in that Crown Jewel.
Is his feud with is that on hold?
No,
him and Punk.
Yeah, him and Punk is on hold.
From what I understand, Braun Breaker betrayed him. So is that storyline to get him
injured?
Off okay. Okay.
Get him off TV. Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
So wait, is Paul Heyman backing? Obviously, he's going to have to because
he has no choice.
Gone.
He has no
but
choice.
But are they doing it like a swerve where like now Paul Heyman is backing these two because they're monster heels?
Yeah.
And Seth is just kind of like doesn't really fit.
Well, no, he's going to be out, and then I wonder, and this would be kind of cool if it's like a swerve on a swerve because he has no choice, like he did with the MFTs. So we'll see. But as of right now, he's backing the Bronze, and but I don't know if they're gonna put the belt on him or not. But
it'd be funny if he hooks up with Punk and has CM Punk, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed. That would be.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
That would be funny.
But with AJ Lee coming back rather,
Mm-hmm.
Punk is going to probably be a babyface for a minute.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't think he's going to get on a heel team or anything like that anytime.
Not anytime soon.
That's funny though.
No, it is.
No, she's bringing, and to Wolverine Solidex's point, she's bringing attention, and that's great. As a wrestler, Mercedes Moné, also known as Sasha Banks, has never been
That's who
that.
that is.
Yeah, that's her real name is Mercedes Moné.
Oh, okay.
But so obviously she can't use Sasha Banks because it's owned by WWE.
WWE.
But she's never been that great of a talent to me in the sense of she needs to hold 12 titles across various promotions. And she does bring up attention to those, and that's cool. But this ain't boxing where like you running around with like, you know, the heavyweight and then this particular belt. And it's weird. To me.
It's a different way of earning.
Yeah, I guess they just wanted to like break the Ultimo Dragons record. That's the only thing.
Which again, that's like
Because like I said, a different way of earnings. Because in boxing, you're earning it by actually putting somebody on their butt,
but
getting the points, and you're earning this by because somebody respects you enough to say, "Okay, I'm going to give this to you."
Right.
Like earnings, it's just a different type of earning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because again, like Ultimo Dragon, a legend.
Yeah.
You know, in the wrestling, you know, and he earned that over decades of work.
Exactly.
You know, and it's like relatively Mercedes Moné, aka Sasha Banks, less than 2 decades of work, and you're gonna try and put her on the same level.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sorry, that it doesn't work for me like that.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like saying, okay, well, Antonio Inoki is the same as
Brooklyn Brawler.
Brooklyn Brawler. No,
That's
that's extreme.
That's
That's extreme.
That's
extreme.
just
Whatever.
compared her to
But the
Brooklyn
same as
Brawler.
Roman Reigns. Like Roman Reigns is the same as Antonio Inoki.
Right.
No, I'm sorry, they're not even the same stratosphere.
Right.
Inoki is like so much further of a legend
I mean,
than Roman Reigns ever would
With
be.
saying all that
Right.
stuff in that aspect, though, then did Bret Hart actually get screwed? Because if it's
Yeah, absolutely he did.
Well, before you answer that question, think about it. Because first off, in every wrestling match is already determined by the boss who is going to win. And who says the boss can't change their mind mid-match about anything. And a wrestler is just supposed to be able to, take that and maybe a roll with the storyline and blah, blah, blah. And I know they put their egos in it because they are doing a lot of hard work. They are breaking their backs and all that other stuff day in, day out. But they're still following a storyline by a storyteller, and they're not the storytellers. They're the characters in the books.
To your point with that, no, he was not screwed, and here's why I believe he wasn't screwed. He may have gone out there with the thought that I'm going to win. He already was the champ. He already was the champ. I'm going to go out there, defend the title in my hometown, and beat the best guy opposite myself in front of a hometown crowd and leave the company. Exactly. Because that was the whole thing. He was going to WCW.
Yeah, contract was already
his contract. He was already out the door. Vince had already got screwed over by
Alundra Blaze.
Thank you, Alundra Blaze for the women's title thing, where she threw that away in the trash. So it's like, look, man, you ain't about to disrespect my title again.
Right.
So I'm getting my belt back tonight. Damn it, Earl. Was it Earl Hebner?
Yeah.
I think Earl. Bring that belt.
I mean, normally when something like that happens, either you leaving or you're retiring, you drop the belt. And I didn't understand why he wanted. I mean, I get it. He was
It was a pride thing for him.
No, wait, yeah, one, he was in his hometown too.
Yeah.
But still, though, you have to like look at this. Everyone says do the job, do the business, and I mean, Bret is my favorite wrestler. I mean, I love Bret Hart, but he kind of went. I'm not really saying that it was kind of like his. Well, yeah, it was his ego mostly.
Oh yeah,
but it was just him and Michaels didn't clash. That's the only reason why he wouldn't drop it.
and that's fine. But like Bret, in my opinion, and I respect Bret, met Bret, so it's like respect him immensely. He took himself too damn seriously for a business that is a scripted business. I can understand if WWE was straight up like, look. Best man wins, get in there, skill against skill. It's determined by what happens in the ring. That's not the case. We all know this.
Right.
So it's like,
They know what's going to happen beforehand. Except for in this instance, that, Vince was like, hey, no, I'm not going to let him do this.
What's up?
Oh, in an hour.
Oh, so
Yeah.
the thing,
So you're saying it's about that time?
Well, in that aspect,
Oh, yes. TikTok did its thing. Right on clockwork. So wait. So is there anything that we have to look forward to coming out pretty soon that we can hype out? Okay, Predator. Wait, but that's not this weekend, right?
No,
That's
it's
next
not this
week.
weekend.
I think it's next week.
Nah,
No, it's
not
2
next-
weeks.
It's 2 weeks.
because next week is Halloween.
Yep, Halloween's coming up.
Halloween episode.
Oh, Halloween!
And you know what? And I'm gonna hate it when Halloween is over because these excellent set decorations more than likely.
We just have to put the cornucopia out there.
Yeah, we'd have to do the Thanksgiving.
Cornucopia.
I ain't doing no Thanksgiving. Man, we live in a country where Thanksgiving was not exactly a holiday like we think.
We could call it for make
We
it more native.
Put chopped up Indian and Quaker heads up here.
We can do the Black Friday thing, man. We just like do it.
Black Friday don't even exist.
Right, like Black Friday ain't even saying.
Yeah, no.
Nah, we'll figure out something. We'll have a
Christmas
cool
decorations. Can you do that?
I ain't about to do that because that gets on my nerves seeing Christmas decorations now.
Yeah,
It's like come on,
yeah,
people.
it's crazy. Yeah,
Thanksgiving ain't even come yet. Halloween ain't even come yet. Y'all putting up Christmas lights.
He said, "Put a pilgrim."
You put the pilgrim hat on the pumpkin.
No,
Wait,
I ain't doing nothing pilgrim related.
Yeah, no. But anyway, guys, want to thank you for hanging out with us for the last hour. We had a really great time entertaining you, whether you were on Twitch or YouTube or on TikTok. We want to thank you all for being here. Come back next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 Central, for another great episode of Culture Junkies Live. For my friends, the great Adakuji, GQ, and Simon Says, I'm Kenshiro. See you guys next week. Peace out.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Indeed.
Exactly.
Share.
Indeed. Come watch this man play No Man's Sky.
It's not gonna just be No Man's Sky. I'm gonna get into Dead Space. I'm gonna do it. I gotta do it.
All right.